I'm here today with a review, kind of my thoughts on the newer foundation by Patrick Ta. It is called, I have it all here on my little iPad so I get it right. The Patrick Ta Major Skin Cream Foundation and Finishing Powder Duo. Now it comes in, I believe, 24 different shades. I have the shade Light Medium 2. You do get a total of 0.42 ounces or 12 grams in the cream product and 0.32 ounces or 9 grams in the powder product, and it does retail for $52. So it's a little bit of a pricier foundation. Typically a normal foundation you get is like a 1 fluid ounce. This one is only 0.42 ounces of foundation, and then you have 0.32 ounces of powder. So you do get less foundation than you do like a typical foundation product. So keep that in mind, but you're also getting a powder with it as well. So it does come with a nice big mirror. The packaging is beautiful, but it gets a ton of fingerprints on it. So just keep that in mind. But I've always loved Patrick Ta's products. His packaging is really pretty. Hey, Finny boy. Hi, how's it going? So he probably sees the light reflections and he's like, what's happening? So anyways, again, I'm light medium 2, and it does come with a cream and a powder, and then it has this little cap on it, like this little cover that covers the cream product. So you can see it there. I like to apply mine with a brush. You can probably use a sponge or your fingers, but let me give you a little swatch of these. That is them right there. And this is a pretty great match for me. So I'm gonna show you in a few minutes, like me putting it on and then how it wears throughout the day. It is a duo that includes a blendable medium coverage cream foundation and a satin finish powder. I agree with that. It has great coverage. You could definitely build it up, do a little bit sheer if you want to, build it up to a nice, pretty solid medium coverage foundation. Like I didn't see a lot of my redness or anything peeking through. So it's a really great coverage foundation. The powder is also really nice too. The foundation is a little bit more of a dewier, glowier finish, and the powder just really helps kind of tone it down, but still lets that glow come from within. It's not the most, the combo isn't the most skin-like foundation I've worn, but it doesn't look heavy or cakey. Like it still looks really beautiful on the skin. I still have like a natural nice glow. I'm not wearing a glowy primer or anything underneath either. There's Murphy. Everyone's just deciding to come and say hi today. So we're gonna jump right into the demo, and then I'm gonna take you throughout the day and kind of show you how it wears, what it looks like throughout the day, and give you my final thoughts at the end, because I have worn this about 10 times or so. If you are new, welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoyed this video and decide to stay a while. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Leave me down in the comments below what other foundations or products you'd like to see either reviews or first impressions on. And now let's jump into the demo of how it wears. Watch me apply it so you can see with no makeup and like how buildable it is as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and let's jump right into the demo and wear test. So I am halfway through getting done. I've done my eye makeup. I obviously still need my mascara, and I have my brows done. But I wanted to share the Patrick Ta foundation with you guys because I haven't seen very many people talk about it, and it's actually really good. I've worn it quite a few times, so this is not a first impression. I'm just gonna kind of show you how I apply it and how it wears throughout the day. What I have on is my moisturizer, my skincare, my SPF, which I used the Summer Fridays SPF, and I'm gonna put on some primer. You can use whatever primer you like. This is one that I have. I have used many different primers with it, and I get the same result. If you don't want to wear a primer, you don't have to. I just have this one, so I'm going to use it up. This is an old Becca one. I bought this right before Becca went out of business. So another good primer is the Urban Decay All Nighter Primer. I really love that one. That one's probably my favorite primer of all time, but I ran out. I just filmed an empties, and there was 2 of them in that empties. So I've gone through so many. So this one is just a nice semi-tacky primer. It's not as tacky as like the gripping primer from Milk. That would be another good one you can use. Elf Jelly Primer. I'll leave some other primer options down in the comment or in the description box, but this is just what I have on hand right here. It's what I've been using so I can use it up. So I'm nice and prepped. There's a slight little tack to the face, but nothing too crazy. This one I like to use a brush. So this is just a little e.l.f. brush. I think they call it like the ultimate blending brush. And I have the shade light medium 2. I think this will work with my self tan. So I just go into the product like this. I'm using the new iPhone and they have a cinematic setting. So it like blurred out the background for me. Amazing. Okay, so I want to share, look at that. Like I thought this foundation, I'm like, oh, cream foundations like this tend to be really oily or like greasy, or they have no pigment or no coverage. Look how nice that covers. And I don't use a lot. I just kind of dab my brush in there and then I can blend it. It's actually a good color match. It might look a little off in this lighting because I have, you know, a bright ring light on me, but in real life it works. It's 5:57 in the morning, so it's like pitch black outside for at least another half hour, 45 minutes. It's really nice. So I get up at 5 in the morning, Monday through Friday, and I get up and I get ready before the kids are awake. And if you are new, welcome. I have 3 children and I have an almost 12-year-old. He'll be 12 next month, which is crazy. How the heck do I have a 12-year-old? I have a almost 4-year-old. She'll be 4 in January, and an almost 1-year-old. How the heck is Lincoln 1? He's almost 1. It feels like this year has just flown by. It's unbelievable. So anyways, I get up before they get up so that I can get ready and I can have my time in the morning just to do the things I love, which is my makeup, drink my coffee, and watch my shows. And it's uninterrupted and it's so nice. And I started that when my daughter was a baby because she was one of those babies that wakes up screaming, wakes up crying, wakes up screaming. And I was like, I feel like I'm going to lose my mind because I'm waking up every morning to a screaming baby. And that like was setting the tone for my day. And so I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to get up before she gets up because she'd get up at 7 and she'd be screaming. And so I decided I'm going to get up before my kids get up so I can have time to myself, uninterrupted, doing the things I love, and I'm in control of how my day starts. So that's why I get up at 5 and do my makeup. Okay, look how nice that is, you guys. I know, at least I'll have to look back at the footage. I'm looking in the camera and it's looking like a little bit yellow, but in real life, it's like a perfection match. It's perfect. But it covers, look at this is the side without. You can see I have a little bit of redness and it covers amazingly. And I hardly use any product. Every time I want to show you when I go in there, like I've used this like a lot of times and there's like not even a dent. You really don't need much product. Like I can barely see a dent and I've probably worn this at least 10 different days. So I'll show you. I like put barely any pressure. Look at this. Barely any pressure. And it has unbelievable coverage, but it's not like heavy. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin. It has a nice glow to it. But I also use that powder to set it too. It's not a first impression because I've obviously worn this many times, but it's going to be a wear test through the day so you can see how it wears. It's supposed to be so hot today. It's supposed to be 95 degrees. It's October 12th. Why is it 95 degrees here? What the heck, guys? It's unbelievable. So it's definitely gonna be warm. I'll go for my walk this morning and I'll do check-ins so you can see. So obviously that took me a lot longer to apply because I was chit-chatting, but it looks so pretty. So like I said, it's 6:02 now. I'll do my concealer with you and I'll set the powder and then I'll finish up with the rest of my face. But I've been loving this LYS concealer. It's in the shade LN6. I'm almost out of it. And this is kind of how I've been doing my concealer lately. I just go here and just right in the corner. And then I take another concealer, mainly because this one's just a little light for me. Are we still doing this, you guys? Are we still highlighting all these places? Sometimes I'm a creature of habit, like trends change and I'm like, no, I'm still doing it. I do use way less concealer than I used to, and I definitely use a closer to my skin tone color versus like really, really bright. And then this is the Say Concealer in shade 3, which is a little dark. It's more like my skin tone color. A little too dark for under my eyes. And then I need to get a new sponge. This e.l.f. sponge. It is beat up. I've probably been using this exact same sponge for, oh my gosh, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, I don't know. It's definitely getting a little bit beat up because of my nails when I, wring it out after I wash it. Murphy. Little Murph always comes and hangs out with me while I get ready in the morning. He's like, he goes downstairs, gets my coffee with me, and just my little buddy. Under my eyes, I still do my normal setting powder. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless. This is the original one. They did come out with this air brush powder. I have mine in the shade Fair Medium, which I'll be using next, but this one I already had open, so I'm trying to finish that up before I bring out any other under eye powder from the Patrick Ta palette. Now it looks quite a bit lighter, doesn't it? But it's actually really nice. It's very lightweight. This is just a Flawless Face powder brush from e.l.f. I use a lot of e.l.f. brushes. I really like them. They're so soft. The black ones, you have to use the black ones. The white ones are like the really inexpensive ones, and I don't feel like they're very good. I didn't really change the color of the foundation. It just set it so nice. Doesn't that look so nice? And it feels light on the skin. Like most cream foundations that I've used in the past feel really heavy. They feel very thick on the face, you know what I mean? And this just feels so light. I'm just setting along my brows. And it did a great job of setting, but then I still feel, I don't feel super matte. I feel like my skin still has a glow to it. That powder just toned it down a bit, but it still gave it a really nice skin glow. So that is the foundation and the powder, Patrick Ta. I'm gonna finish up with the rest of my face. I'll kind of show you what it all looks like once all my makeup is done, and then we'll check in throughout the day. It's currently 6:06. Okay, here we are. We finished up the makeup. I have my little Lululemon hoodie on. I'm gonna go for a walk after I drop the kids off at school. And it's only 6:38, so I still have time to go make lunches, get breakfast ready before I wake the kids up. But I wanted to show you what it looks like all complete. This foundation is just so pretty. So you can see it still has a glow, even though we gave it that nice little powdering. The stuff that's on the rest of my face, I have this beautiful blush. If you guys do not have it, you're missing out. It's the Dior Coral one. I love the pink one too, but the Coral one has definitely stolen my heart. My lip liner, I mentioned this in the favorites as well. It's limited edition. This has got to be so old, you guys. It is called Toast and Butter from MAC. It's just, any more warm toned nudie peach color is going to be fine. It's not that spectacular of a color. I just had this, and so I'm oh, I should probably use that up. And then this glossy lip, isn't it so pretty? It's this YSL cinematic setting is pretty cool. Lip color is this YSL Rouge Rock and Shine in shade 1. And it has a little star right in the center. And it just goes on unbelievably glossy, so you don't even need a gloss. So that is what's on my lips. My eyes are 2 different palettes. I talked about these in my favorites. I literally wear these all the time. So the Better Than Chocolate palette, this is a newer one from Too Faced. They sent this to me and I was so excited because I haven't gotten PR from them in a really long time. But it's the perfect combination of warm, really beautiful brown. So I'm basically using most of those matte shades. That is all the matte shadows. And then, whoa, I almost dropped that. The shimmer is this Lunar Beauty, and it's this pinky shade right here. No, yes, no, this one, this pinky shade right here. So this is the Lunar Beauty Nude Prism palette, and this is the color that's on my lid. Look how sparkly that is. Isn't it pretty? I really love it. So that is the rundown of my face. Again, I said it's 6:40. We'll check in throughout the day. I'm gonna take the kids to school. Then I'm gonna go take Linky on a little walk, and before it gets too hot, I have a bunch of errands I need to run. I also have packing I have to do. We leave for Disney on Sunday, so it's Wednesday, and I have to get 3 kids plus myself packed. Ted can pack for himself, so I just gotta get the kids ready. So I gotta figure all that out. I have a lot to do the next couple days, but I'll take you throughout my day. We'll check in, see how it's holding up. Okay, so it is currently 10:11. Can you see that? 10:11. I've had this on for, what time was it? It was 5 something when I was applying it. So it's been on about 4 hours. It was close to 6. So we're at about 4 hours, and it's looking pretty good. Oh my gosh, these dogs. I did go for a walk. I did a 3.5-mile walk pushing my big old stroller and my baby. So I have a tiny bit of sheen. So I'm going to, there's nothing on this beauty blender. I just dampened it. Oh my gosh, these dogs. And I'm just gonna kind of absorb any oil that might be there. And it's warm out. It's 75 degrees. So, I mean, that's warm for me. I'm from Alaska originally, so 75 is always gonna be warm. So I was definitely working up a sweat on my walk. Hold on, let me get these dogs out of here. Okay, so it was definitely warm on my walk. It's 75 degrees out right now. So full sun, pushing that stroller. I'm going up and down hills. So I did work up a little sweat. So that's actually not too bad that it was a little bit shiny in those areas. So here I am after doing a little bit of blotting, not adding any more product. So that's 4 hours in, a little over 4 hours. Let's check in a few hours and see what it looks like in probably like 4 or 5 more hours. Okay, here with the check-in, it is now 4:05. So we've had this on almost 12 hours, and I'm a little shiny. I did do a try on haul. I just finished filming a try on haul, an Abercrombie try on haul. So it does get a little sweaty. It's 96 degrees out. I've been running errands, took the dog to the groomer, went on my walk this morning, picked my dog up from the groomer. I cleaned up the house. I did a try on haul, started getting packed for Disney. So I've been moving around doing a lot, and it is really warm outside. So I feel like it's held up pretty good. It did wear off a little bit from my try on haul, like right around here it wore off because my brows, I had to brush up my brows before I filmed this because they were so wonky. But it's held up pretty good. I feel like it's showing a little bit more shiny because of the bright light. Let me turn that off and see if that makes any difference. This is like totally natural lighting with no ring light on. And you can see it doesn't look as shiny as it does with that ring light on. And I can always just take this and blot it. So it is a really pretty foundation. I do really like it. I feel like this might be a foundation that is more like 8-hour wear. We are at, what time did I put it on? 5:30ish was when I was putting it on, I believe. So we're at like 10.5 hours. So, I mean, I don't expect any foundation to really last past 12 hours. So if I get a good 8-hour wear, I feel like that's pretty good. We're at like 10.5 hours. And I do feel like it still looks really good. Like my blush, my bronzer, my highlight is still on. It still looks nice. I'm not like breaking down. It's not breaking down. It's not overly oily or anything like that. And it still looks really, really pretty. And again, it's a 96-degree day today. I have definitely been doing things that have worked up and I've broken out in a sweat. So I think with all of that in consideration, it still looks really pretty. I really enjoy this foundation. If you have super oily skin, maybe this won't be for you, or it won't last you like a full long day at work, or if you need it to last for, you know, several hours. But if you needed it just for a few hours, it's really pretty. If you have drier skin, I think you're going to love this. If you have normal skin, I think you're gonna love this. I have normal to combo. I do get a little bit greasy here and a little bit greasy here, but it's pretty normal. So I think it lasts pretty nice on me. I've really enjoyed wearing it. I think it's really, really pretty. And it's a great like everyday foundation. It is a little bit on the pricier side, but I do feel like this is going to last you a long time because again, this is probably like my 11th time wearing it. And like, I haven't really made a dent really in the product. So it doesn't use a ton of product. Same with the powder. Like I've used this powder to set every time, and maybe you'll rather use your favorite powder to set. Maybe that will give you a better result to last a little bit longer. I don't know how well the longevity of this powder lasts, just because I've never worn it on its own. I've just always paired it with this foundation. So I personally like it. I'm gonna continue using it. I just wanted to share with you guys kind of how it wears and what I think of it and kind of what it looks like through a full day wear, because I think almost 12 hours is a pretty good full day wear test. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new. In the comments below, let me know what foundation you'd like me to try next, whether it's a first impression or if it's something I've already used. I did get a couple requests on Instagram. I have an itchy nose for some reason. Maybe there's a fin here somewhere. On like Ilia or Kosas. I do have this Ilia foundation. No, this is Kosas. I have this Kosas foundation that I can do. I have used it once or twice. So I can't even remember what I thought of it. So I have that, and then I also have like the Ilia skin tint that was in the squeezy did not work for me. So that one I wouldn't do, but that Kosas one I have. If there's any other foundations that you wanna see, let me know down in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.